Hello, everyone. We want to talk about the Super Soldier Serum from Marvel Cinemas, movies, and TV shows, don't we?
I mean, we don't want to. Super Soldier Serum is dangerous stuff, folks.
It certainly is. You can't drink it. You can't throw it in a river.
That's right.
Those are the two things you can't do.
The two things you can't do, but otherwise you could stick it in your neck.
Yep.
You could snort it if you wanted.
Exactly.
You could get in like a big brass tube.
Yep.
And get all big.
Shake it up like a can of Buzz Cola.
You could shake it like a Polaroid picture.
That's right. Anyway, leave a like if you could, because we're going to go through the early days of the Super Soldier Serum and all the various attempts that have happened across the decades.
And again, this is to inform you so you don't make the same mistakes.
That's right.
Don't be making a bathtub Super Soldier Serum at home, folks.
No, we really don't want that. So it starts in 1940, Mason, because the prototype...
I didn't know we were going to be talking about olden times.
That's right. It wasn't ready for use at the time it was given to the Red Skull, and essentially it lacked radioactive exposure, which melted his face off, gave him the powers, right? But it didn't give him the looks. You know what I mean?
So it gave him a look.
Yeah, I guess it did, didn't it? It says that it altered his personality to make him worse.
But he was already a Nazi.
Yeah, he was never great, was he? He was never a great dude. Skip forward a couple of years.
Unless there's like some deleted scenes where like, man, I'm really on the fence about this whole Nazi thing.
I'm going to do the Valkyrie thing from that Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm a Red Skull man now. 1942. The Super Soldier Serum Project Rebirth has taken flight, or about to. They've used Vita Rays. Vita Brits to unlock. Is that an Australian thing? Vita Brits?
Almost certainly, yes.
Okay, cool. To unlock.
They're like Weetabix.
Yes, that's right. To unlock the potential of the serum. So what they essentially did with those two things together.
Those two fictional things.
That's right. Steve Rogers in his little cocoon. Shoot him with the serum. Fire it up.
Give him a hot bod.
Exactly. Cook him up like a microwaved hot dog. He just burst at the seams, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it works perfectly, but what happened, Mason?
Well, we all had a great time.
No, Richard Armitage.
We all enjoyed the film Captain America the First Avenger.
No, Richard Armitage stormed in and blew up everything. And
he sure did, yeah.
Shooting people,
He sure did, yeah.
So as a result of that, they couldn't replicate the serum. They took blood from Steve Rogers to use later. We saw also a bit of that in Agent Carter. Remember, she poured it into the river, which you shouldn't do, by the way. We
Number one
that.
thing you shouldn't do.
Don't do it.
And also, we've learned from this, if you are mixing some up in your bathtub, lock your doors.
Lock your bloody
Don't let
doors,
Richard
mate.
Armitage in. Never trust Richard Armitage.
He'll get gold madness or whatever happened to him in one of the Hobbit movies. Then in 1943, Zola attempted to replicate it. You probably know this because of what he did to Bucky. Bucky was captured. He was experimented on. He got back, he had a really good time for a bit, then he fell off a train and was frozen. But the reason he survived was because of a kind of knockoff version of the Super Soldier Serum, which was within his system.
More green and evil, if I recall, yeah.
That being said, I think that was a pretty good attempt at a Super Soldier Serum. They just brainwashed him a lot.
Yes.
Because it seems to not have that many side effects outside of...
Madness?
But that, I think, I don't think that was the serum. I think that was all the torture and stuff. And the being frozen. That's not good for you, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Plus bad diets back then.
Bad diets back then. Steak and a milk.
Too much steak and a milk.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the lack of steak and a milk while he was being experimented on.
That might have been it.
Right? Probably bratwurst and a German milk.
German milk?
Yeah.
It's probably from a yak or something.
Right? Served out of a horn? I think so.
No, thank you. Cut forward. We're jumping
Whoa, smash cut.
to the early 1950s. So a new strain was developed and tested on, among others, Isaiah Bradley. He, of course, was revealed more recently in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. He was tasked with defeating the Winter Soldier, managed to tear off one of his arms, but he was also imprisoned for 30 years, and his blood was taken by the likes of the CIA and Hydra and others to attempt to replicate the serum eventually.
Yeah.
So no good, don't do it. Pretty good serum though, it seems.
Am I dumb?
Yes.
Thank you. But also, was it Isaiah Bradley that tore off Bucky's arm originally? Because I always assumed he lost it when he fell off the train.
No, I think he lost it originally. He had a metal arm at that point.
Okay, cool.
I believe so.
Cool, man.
Yes.
So we're assuming that Isaiah Bradley ripped that arm off.
He probably did, yeah.
Okay, right.
Maybe.
I would have ripped the real arm off. To be
Me
honest.
too.
Yeah,
That's what I would have done
or a
too.
Foot.
Yeah. Smash cut forward.
Oh, we're doing another smash cut, are we?
We're going to go to 91 though.
We skipped like the 70s. We skipped a bunch of decades.
Yeah.
I was hoping because Super Soldier Serum in the 70s.
They probably tried to do some stuff. But they were testing other stuff. Hank Pym's doing things, whatever. There's bits and pieces going on in the
That's
universe.
true, yeah.
You know what I mean? So Howard Stark actually ended up recreating the serum. But of course,
easy peasy.
Easy peasy. That's how the Stark boys do it.
Creating new elements left and right.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
He, of course, was killed by the Winter Soldier. It was stolen. And then that version was used to create a new line of super soldiers, which, as we saw in Civil War, were stronger than Bucky, but wildly unstable.
That's
and so
right.
they were put on ice, like a Foster's brew. Because in Australia, we don't like that beer. And if you have to keep it, you just freeze it. You don't want to touch it.
Is that what happens to it all?
That's what happens to it all, yeah. And they ship it to the US.
There's just metric tons of it in like frozen lakes in Australia.
That's exactly it. So a little bit successful, except for the insanity. So not that successful in hindsight.
Sure. And doesn't make you bulletproof, evidently.
No, it really doesn't. Smash cut forward.
Oh, yeah.
2001. General Ross instructed Bruce Banner to recreate the super soldier serum, but he didn't tell him exactly what it was.
He was too busy watching Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Did that come out in 2001?
He might have got an early copy because it came out in 2002.
That's what I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he was caught up in the hype of the soon-to-be-released Star Wars Attack of the Clones.
I'd imagine that's what was going on.
People, your mind wanders.
Yeah.
You're like, is there going to be more pod racing in this?
Who's this Lord Dooku I keep hearing about?
Right?
Yeah. Me and him have a similar look, and I like that. Anyway, he told Bruce Banner that it prevented radiation poisoning. He didn't know what it was actually for, so Bruce Banner, being the genius that he is, substituted Vita rays, or Vita rays as they're called, with gamma radiation to unlock its potential, and he turned into a big green monster man. Yeah, so not a great outcome.
I don't have a particular type of ray, but I've got another kind of ray in this lab. Terrific.
Exactly.
Where's the harm, obviously?
Somewhat of a success, would you say?
Yeah.
Not the worst thing that's happened. 2009. A variation is given to Emil Blonsky through deep tissue injections and bone marrow.
Oh, and a
Remember that?
shiatsu massage.
That's how they get him. That's it. It did have physical and mental side effects, and he ended up having injected with some of the Hulk's blood, and that transforms him, of course, into the Abomination.
That's right.
So again, not a terrific outcome, but he did keep, I don't know, he can talk a little bit. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's right.
It seemed to be initially working pretty well, do you remember? Until he decided to fight the Hulk.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, don't do that,
No.
idiot. 2013, Hydra created the Centipede Serum. This is from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is a mixture of extremists.
That's why I don't remember it.
This is a mixture of extremists, gamma radiation, and Chitauri technology. The first version of the serum gave the user superhuman strength, speed, durability, and a regenerative healing factor, but it also caused them to explode because of the extremists.
I reckon that last one probably outweighs all the good of the first couple.
Maybe
actually.
don't put it in.
Yeah, take the explodey bit out.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
We could do this job.
Definitely. The second version included blood platelets, stabilizing the serum, allowing users to stop from exploding. So that's good. And then there was a third
If
version.
they wanted to.
That's right. It was optional. The third version included GH.325, which was good, but the side effect was that they would slowly go crazy over a period of time. So
See, they've gone a step too far
I
there.
agree, they could have
I reckon
stopped.
I would have stopped at the don't explode bit.
I agree. That's where
Hey,
I
we
would
could add this that'll make you go crazy.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
2018. So after Hydra disbanded,
I'll believe it when I see it, Buster.
that's right, the CIA recruited Wilfred Nagel using Isaiah Bradley's blood. They recreated the serum. No Vita rays, no bulking that you get in a Steve Rogers.
That's right.
But here's the thing: before he completely completed it, he was blipped out. Remember that?
That's right, yeah.
So yeah, but of course, when he came back in 2024, he managed to finish everything off.
His notes were right where he left them.
That's right. He created 20 vials, it seems. They were given to the power broker, but then taken, of course, by the Flag Smashers. A bunch of them took some, and then, of course, more recently, Johnny Walker himself.
That's right.
And that's kind of where we're at with the Super Soldier Serum at this point in time. What a journey. Bit of a shit show, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, and again, they're not bulletproof, are they?
No, they're certainly not.
Yeah,
you need a
yeah.
shield. Well, I just also wanted to mention, because there's been a bunch of other stuff in the universe which they've tried to create like versions of the Super Soldier Serum that's not necessarily related to it specifically. There was the IGH gene editing, which was done to Jessica Jones.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is also went pretty well, quite frankly.
Yeah, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Yeah. The combat enhancers that were given to Nuke, also from Jessica Jones. Mm-hmm. You mentioned Extremis before, or one of us mentioned Extremis. It came up.
You get fiery breath and cool dragon tattoos, baby.
You know it. Luke Cage had some experimentation. Upcoming, of course, we've got the Red Guardian.
Yeah, the Soviet Union's attempt at the Super Soldier Serum, yeah.
So we don't know really at this point where that specifically comes from.
Borscht.
Washed, probably. Exactly.
It's like a beet soup.
No, thank you. I don't mind beets. They're all right. They're all right. Do people like them? I like them. Do you like them?
I like Beats by Dre.
Wow. Maybe I'll put a Raycon sponsor in here.
Please do. They're no Raycon, though, are they?
Hello. Today I'm here to talk to you about, that's right, you guessed it, NordPass. If you're like me or not like me, I don't know you, but I can certainly imagine, like me, you also have dozens of passwords that you need to keep track of, but you also want to keep them safe. Now you could fill up a notebook with them like some kind of prehistoric lunatic, but why would you? And I guess you could use your browser like I used to do, but that's incredibly unsafe. What? Come on. Because with NordPass, you can store all passwords in one place, organize your logins and private notes in a secure password vault, and you can access all this with a single master password. You're also able to share passwords securely, no more password sharing over email, messenger apps, or pieces of paper. Share your passwords with the ones you trust safely. Plus, you can also generate secure passwords, because of course, the more complex the password, the safer your account. And you can do this all through NordPass itself. Also, autofill with a click. One click, and NordPass will automatically fill them for you. Now for me, it's all about security and ease of use, because I'm constantly switching between Google accounts and social media and the likes of PayPal and internet banking. I'm all clickety click, clack, clack, click, and I just want things to be secure, swift, and safe, and NordPass does all of that. And if you go to nordpass.com/Mr. Sunday Movies and use code Mr. Sunday Movies, you can get 50% off a 2-year plan, plus an additional month for free. Keep your passwords safe and organized. That's nordpass.com/Mr. Sunday Movies and use code Mr. Sunday Movies to get 50% off a 2-year plan plus an additional month for free. I tried to shift the Raycon spot to here, but I just the date was locked in. But still, it's NordPass is really good. So, get it. Get NordPass. And then I think we're probably going to see some things down the line, which could include Project Rebirth 2.0, which used the Venom symbiotes. Remember, they're fusing them to men and getting them to run around and all that. And of course,
the ultimate use. Getting some men to run around.
And then, of course, the Weapon Plus program. You know a bit about that, don't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the program that created Wolverine, among others. Yeah.
They were trying to create a super soldier of sorts, but they were just kind of throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of every time they'd be like, we'll use we use some different test subjects. We'll see what sticks.
Yeah.
And one time they were like, let's use the mutants, and they got a Wolverine. They got a Sabretooth.
My goodness
That's right.
gracious.
Yeah. They got others.
They got others, didn't they?
But Sabretooth obviously was the peak.
Anyway, we'll see what goes on with all that in the future of the MCU. Look, also, I know people are like, do you have a subscription service where you can watch videos early, and also there's a bunch of bonus movie commentaries and podcasts and things like that? People are probably wondering that.
They're probably wondering. Yeah, that's right.
It's called bigsandwich.co. It's $9 a month. If you do want to sign up, or just sign up and download everything and then unsign up, whatever.
That's right.
We can't stop you.
But you can't stop us taking your $9.
We're going to take that $9
that's
if you
right.
choose to.
Yeah.
It's obviously optional. But we do have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. It comes out every Monday.
It's undeniable.
I agree. We do recaps of all the Marvel Disney Plus stuff, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
All the time. So check those out. They happen.
Not all the time.
When they're out, we do them.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching this video.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.